Hey everyone, we've been talking lately a lot about decimals and fractions, and today we are going to talk about how to convert them from decimal to fraction to see if it is a rational number or irrational number, as we talked about yesterday. So there's two different types. So as we talked about yesterday, we have terminating decimals and we have repeating decimals. The terminating decimals are out of 10, the repeating are out of 9, and that'll make sense in a couple minutes once I go through them. So terminating decimals are those numbers like 0.8, 0.26, 0.556, things like this. Repeating decimals are the 0.6, 0.15 repeating, 0.375. So when we are talking about converting these from decimals to fractions, we need to look at whether it's terminating or whether it's repeating. So if it's terminating, it's ending. It is going to be out of 1 and something else. So what we decide, we take the number after the decimal, which goes on top, and however many numbers we put in the numerator, that's how many zeros we need to put in the denominator. And then once we have the fraction, we simplify it. So 8 and 10 are both divisible by 2. So that leaves us with a fraction of 4/5. If we look at 0.26, we have the number 26. It's two numbers, so that means we need 2 zeros. 26 and 100 are both divisible by 2. So we have 13/50. When they're large numbers like that, I always like to double check, can we divide it even more? 13 is a prime, so that's as far as we can simplify it. And then next, we have 556 out of 1, 2, 3 numbers. That means 3 zeros. And this one is probably going to take a couple different tries to simplify. So if I take 556 divided by 2, we have 278 over 500. I can probably divide that by 2 again. I have 139 out of 250. And I think that's it. Let me double check on my calculator. Yep, that's as small as we can go. So 0.556 is 139 out of 250. So terminating decimals, decimals that stop, they're always out of 10, 100, 1,000, however many decimal places we have, that's how many zeros go in our denominator. So now let's talk about the repeating decimals. As I mentioned, they're out of 9s. So if I have one decimal, there's only one decimal at that 6, 0.6, it's out of 1 9. Both of these are divisible by 3 because we want to simplify them just like we did the other ones. So we have 2/3. 0.15 repeating, we have the number 15. There are 2 numbers behind the decimal, so that means we need 2 9s. And again, these are both divisible by 3. So we have 5/33. 5's a prime, so that's as low as we can reduce it. And then our last one we have 375. That's 3 numbers, so that means we need 3 nines. And then 375, I know that's divisible by 3. And 999 is also divisible by 3. I also know 125 is divisible by 3. We're going to get... No, that's 175. I think that's as far as we can go. Let me double check on my calculator. Yep. So 0.375 is 125 out of 333. So these are our terminating and repeating decimals, how to write them as fractions. I have just a couple for you to try in your homework. So give them a go and let me know if you have any questions.